Hi everyone! How are you girls doing and what have you been up to? So I was just talking to my girlfriends the other day and we were just discussing about the high rates of home problems, in times of COVID like this, in times of people being on a lockdown or like in a partial controlled movement and whatever terms it is. So it's happening all over the world, and then we were just reading a lot of articles about it, and then I realized that there are so many of us who complain about being stuck at home or bored at home, and I tell you, these problems that we have is really nothing compared to those who are really being very distressed about this abuse that they're facing mentally, physically, verbally at home by their spouses or by people who are living in the same house as them. So we sometimes forget that there are people who are living with other people in their household besides their spouses or their children or their siblings. Some of them do live with their extended families, like their mom-in-laws or probably their cousins who have been renting a room in their unit and stuff like that. So such problems might escalate in times like this. So me and my girlfriends were just talking about it, and then I remembered that I do have women sharing with me over the years of such matters. And so I was digging through my messages and I found one. So this girl, of course, she emailed to me in full Bahasa Melayu. Well, kind of a mixture of it. And the reason why I'm actually, speaking or sharing with you in English is so that there are like more of us who are probably facing the same problems. Do know that you're not alone. You're not isolated in your problems. There's so many women like you and me, like us, who are probably facing similar problems of different intensities, for sure, or similar problems, but with different people, yeah, probably not with their spouses, but probably with your kids, or if not with your spouses or your kids, it's probably with your in-laws and stuff like that. So I received this email from this lady called Fiona. So Fiona said that she got married recently, and she said, I am very thankful that me and my husband does not have any problems, and the problem in our marriage is actually with my mom-in-law, and I do not want to try to blow things out of proportion, things which are considered as menial and unimportant, but I really cannot stand what my mom-in-law does to me. So my mom-in-law has 4 kids, and my husband happens to be the number 2, and so he's got 1 older brother and 2 younger sisters, and within their family, my husband is the only married one. His older brother and his 2 younger sisters, they are not married yet. And so what happens is, prior to this, every single year, my mom-in-law will have an open house. And so when we're together, whether I was engaged or even prior to that, I was already asked to come and help. And every single year, there'll be always something that doesn't sit right with her, whatever I do, whatever I try to do. So what happened was, last year, I just couldn't take it anymore. And at that point of time, I was actually working on a half day. It was a weekend, and of course, weekends are always doing open houses are always doing weekends, and mostly Saturdays. So although I was on shift, I was working that day, I still made the effort to come and help. I finished my work at about 1 p.m. and at that point of time, my husband, my then fiance, actually invited me to come over after work ended. And so I rushed over after my work ended. I haven't even had the chance to actually put my bag down. I heard her voice loud and clear. She was like, "Kenapa ni lambat datang? Why are you so late?" And I'm like, "I'm from work. Didn't you know that?" And I'm like, I'm from work. I've already rushed here. Can't you see me sweating? And I don't get it. It's good enough that I'm coming here despite me already having work on that Saturday. And besides that, you already have 3 other kids. to help you out. You have two daughters to help you out. And so I quickly came, and I was trying to watch, and I saw that one of her daughters just finished bathing and was just finished bathing, and one more of her daughter was just about to leave the house. I have no idea why, but just about to leave the house. Okay, it's okay. So I just didn't want to mess up my mood. Me and my husband, or me and my then fiance, tried to help out whatever we could. We prepared the buffet table. We prepared the place for you to place in your cookies, tempat kuih, cuci tempat kuih, and we tried to put in all of this kuih ASAP. And can you imagine, Fiza, I just finished my work at 1 p.m. So that means I haven't had my lunch yet. I was exhausted. I was very, very tired. But I just get really quiet. And not long after that, my mom-in-law, well, that point of time, my fiance's mom, was starting to get ready. She put on really nice clothes. She put on her tudung. And so I asked, "Cik, where are you going? Cik nak pergi mana?" And she answered, "Kejap, aku nak pergi jemputan. Nanti kuih-kuih tu semua kau susun. Mi nanti kau goreng." So the cookies, put it in the jar, completed. And I've already, set aside whatever that you need to cook. You complete frying the noodles. Okay, all the things that you need, all the ingredients are in the fridge. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, what is happening? Is it my open house or is it your open house? So can you imagine? I am really exhausted. I thought this is it, and then I had to continue cooking for her open house, and her ingredients are not really set for me. I have to open her fridge and find out what I need from it. You know what, babe? I am shocked myself. I'm like shook. I don't know whether I could take it. So let me just continue with this. So she said this, "Ingatnya sekejap dia pergi, Fiza. I thought she went for a while. But can you imagine, she only reached home at 6 o'clock. Jadi 4 jam dia pergi. 4 hours she was away at a so-called jemputan. And during that time, people were just, just flooding the house. Orang datang menderu-deru, and everyone was asking. Semua tanya, mana tuan rumah? Mana cik ni? Mana maknya? Mana bakalnya? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just here to help out. And so I jawab, cik pergi jemputan. And I just don't know what is happening in this household. Because, look, this is your open house. It's not my open house. Why do you choose to go to a jemputan for 4 hours when it is your open house? It is not like a happy go to jemputan. 4 hours, at least make it like 1 hour. Bila dia balik rumah, dia pun membebil. She was like just yapping. She was like, "Kenapa tak buat ni, tak buat tu? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?" And dia suruh anak lelaki dia yang first tu pergi beli ais, pun tak nak pergi. So my fiance juga yang kena pergi beli. I cakap dengan you ni pun I'm exhausted. I'm reading it and I'm already exhausted. So can you imagine, kita dah penat kemas rumah, susun kuih, tolong masak, atur buffet table and everything else, sambut orang datang open house, kemas orang yang dah habis makan. And last suami I juga yang kena pergi kedai sebab anak lelaki dia lagi seorang tu tak nak pergi kedai langsung. And dia suruh I buat croissant wedge for the guest. She said, tu kalau kat dapur, kau pergi buat sandwich kat sana. So I lah yang kena potong sayur, sumbatkan sayur, tuna dalam satu. Berjam-jam, and during that long hours that I was standing in the kitchen making that croissant sandwich that she asked me to do from scratch. I mean, not the croissants, but not the croissant. That's what I've been taught, croissant. So I was just speechless. I was making it one by one, And for that long hours, I was just standing in the kitchen making those croissant sandwiches. I saw that her daughters, my fiance sisters, were just going in and out and sashaying in and out. And I'm like, ni rumah siapa Whose house is this? They brought in their friend, they brought out their friend, they were just socializing around the house, and here I am being treated like this. So masuk bilik, keluar bilik, kunci bilik. Yang lagi satu tu main handphone aja. And when I was done with my croissant, okay, baru nak duduk, my fiance's mom, she did this to my shoulder. She was like, dia cuit bau I. Dia kata apa tak? I was about to sit. Dia kata, ini yang croissant ni dah habis dah. Kau tunggu apa kasi? Lagi buat, tambah lagi. Orang nak makan ni. Kesian orang nak makan. Bikin buat lagi. And I'm like, dia keluarkan lagi dia punya croissant. Aku nak pingsan sekarang ni. And semuanya, I was like, oh my goodness. So, dia keluarkan the entire kotak of croissant out. Dia buka. And I'm like, ada 100 100 more. How am I going to not die? I macam nak nangis, Fiza. I was alone in the kitchen. I seorang-seorang kat dapur. And my mom's fiance then, dengan adik-adik my fiance then, was just relaxing macam princess, like bawang putih bawang merah kind, like I'm just sitting down, just here, all nice and dandy. I sibuk lah, the guest, you know. I am the guest. So suami I pun sibuk lain tetamu sebab isi lauk pauk yang dah kurang di meja buffet. Jadi dari pukul 1 tengah hari sampailah 9 malam I tak dapat makan. And at 9 PM finally I could sit down and finally eat. And so this year I don't have to do all of those. Thank you Allah for that. And you know what, girlfriend? I am so grateful for you. I am. I truly, truly am. Oh my goodness. There was just too much for me to handle. Too much. Your story, I'm just exhausted thinking of what you have done and what you asked to do. And rudely pula tu. You know, when you're just being asked of a favor by someone, it is really important how that someone approach you with that favor, on how, you know, someone ask you for help. If that someone feels entitled, you like, apa ni? Feeling entitled ni kan? You know what I mean? If you ask someone for help, I mean, these are some like literally basic 101s. Be very nice about it because you're asking someone for help, especially if she or he is not yet your anak menantu, or even they are already your anak menantu. You know what I mean? You're just trying to get them to help you at the kitchen. And sometimes, you know, even my mom right now, she feels really, really paiseh, and she feels really like tak nak, you know, membebankan my sis-in-law, although my sis-in-law would love to help. I think it's just basic ethics. The same thing for like us. Kan, even when asking my siblings, I feel like I gotta really, you know, put things nicely. Like, I know you're busy, but what day would you be free, perhaps, to help me out? But what a mom-in-law did was just very, very, was just terrible. And I think for you to be able to last that long, because we were just saying that every single year, that's what you've been facing. Every year, different problems. Every year, she would just find something wrong with whatever you're doing or whatever you didn't do. And to know that you're just, you know, have been so long in this relationship and you're now married to your husband, Alhamdulillah, I prefer a good long marriage for you. And ada baiknya with this, you know, situation of circuit breaker, you're not gonna meet people who are not in the same household as you and your husband. So it's just you and your husband, just the two of you. There is a huge hikmah in that, and for you to be able to really enjoy your new phase of marriage life because you just got married. And I'm happy for you, girlfriend. And so I was just thinking, I'm gonna put this video out and I'm gonna ask the rest of you, what are the other hikmah that you realized this Ramadan that you're like, Ya Allah, thank you so much, Ya Allah, that this is happening. Like initially you're like, oh my goodness, circuit breaker, I cannot do this, I cannot do this, I cannot do this, or like, oh, my bubble tea shop is closed. But there are such bigger happiness. There are actually bigger hikmah, bigger beautiful things that's actually lying, hidden underneath these initial problems. So you go like, oh, thank goodness juga you don't have to berdepan dengan all these problems, all these naggings that you're facing right now, Fiona. I want to know, what are your hidden hikmah that you are just beginning to realize right now? Let me know, share with me. You can always email to Fiza.emcee@gmail.com. If you're watching me on my YouTube, you can also, I think, can send me a private message. I'm not sure whether you can, but if you can't, you know where to reach out to me. If you have not followed me on Instagram yet, please do. My name is still the same on Instagram, which is Fiza O. You can just DM me on my Instagram. I do read my DMs very often, so just reach out to me over there on my Instagram. I am very happy to finally meet all of you today, and I cannot wait to record more videos for you. Bye for now. Whatever time you're watching it, in a day or like at night or whatever, selamat bersahur, selamat berbuka, selamat berpuasa, and selamat beribadah Ramadan ini. And may we be able to fulfill as much obligations as we possibly can and ibadah as we possibly can this Ramadan. Amin, insyaAllah. And I'm gonna see you when I see you next. Bye. Assalamualaikum.